Friends, neighbors, seekers, skeptics, and saints of every sort, welcome to Fountain Street Church. My name is Jan Mann. I'm chair of the Fountain Street Church Committee on Ministry, and I warmly welcome you to this, our sacred home. This is a house of freedom and inquiry, a sanctuary for conscience and compassion, a gathering place for those who pursue justice, truth, and beauty. Today, we mark a threshold moment in the long story of this congregation as we install the 12th senior minister of Fountain Street Church, the Reverend Nathan Scott Dannison. Fountain Street Church is a non-creedal, interfaith, and humanist community. We do not require assent to any single belief, confession, or oath. Instead, we welcome the full diversity of religious, philosophical, and ethical traditions that shape our lives. Whoever you are, whatever brings you here, whether you name the sacred as God or spirit, as love or reason, as mystery or humanity, or cannot yet name it at all, you are welcome in this place.
Good afternoon. My name is Spalding Wall, and I serve as the governing board chair of this church. I'm honored to welcome you here to a church that I have known for over 20 years and a minister that I was honored to meet 2 years ago. Today we celebrate Nathan's gifts and our future together, but we also recognize and celebrate the many communities represented here today. Family and friends, leaders from across the city and region, interfaith partners, colleagues in ministry and movement work, and representatives of the Grand West Association of the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ. The installation of a minister is never a private affair. It's a public act, a civic and spiritual gesture, a declaration that the work of conscience and the work of community belong together. Today we affirm a shared covenant among this congregation, its minister, the wider associations of which we are a part, and the larger human family to which we all belong. Thank you for joining us in this moment of promise and responsibility.
He has so many talents. I've been asked to say a few words, very few words. Land, water, lives, or life. We'll get to that one last. The last time you probably heard me, I was talking about water and how Fountain Street and Fountain Church is named after a fountain of water that poured out of the mountainside and formed a creek that came down and was capped off to provide water for a corporation so they could sell it to a hotel, and to 3 laundries for Chinese people that would soon be expelled from this country. The water still flows free underneath this land. And that makes sense. I asked Nathan, who's being installed over there, what this church is and means to him. And the metaphor he chose was a boat, an ark, fitting for both water and land. But if you look underneath you, the land that your seat, your stall, the place you're installed right now, and where you're installing somebody, it has layers. Not just geological layers, but layers of history, layers of churches, layers of people who came together. I go back before 1869 here, and there were Baptist churches that came together. They came together because their charges, the people they came here to save, the people they came here to baptize, were sent away to Kansas, to Oklahoma, to Indiana, to Canada, and those that didn't run died. There is only one band of Native Americans east of the Mississippi that is not recognized, and they are the ones from this land. The Grand River Band of Odawa is the only unfederally recognized band in the entire eastern part of this country. Third word I wanted to share with you, our lives. The reason that we have all been able to gather at places like this is because it takes people and time and resources to bring all of us together. And not just us in this ark, but in all of the arks that make up a city that at one time had more churches per capita than any other place in this country. We had a boatload of these boats. What we lost are people. We need to install people in all the seats. We need to fill all the places. But more than that, in the way of the people that were here before us, and we know now that they were here 11,000 years in this place. We need to think of the next 7 generations. I'd like to introduce the Reverend Ginny Makita to bless our children for us.
Thank you so much. Reverend Nathan, do we have some kids that would like to come down? Or children at heart? Anyone? Yay! Thank you. Yeah, you just need to wrangle, right? Wonderful. And Miss Katie's going to help me as well. So, this present, you're going to find out. It's pretty cool. I'm going to come stand over here so they can see you, okay? This is a really special time. Do we have anybody else? All right, great. So we are celebrating something really special today. We are celebrating that Reverend Nathan said yes to Spirit's call to love. Yeah, it's yes, right? That he said yes to Spirit's call to love Fountain Street Church, to pray with us, to talk to us, to sometimes laugh with us and even cry with us, and most importantly, to walk alongside us as we learn how to love the world better. And so I thought it would be really nice if we did something for him so that he would remember this and remember this time with you. So I have these little stones. We'll take the jar out too. There we go. I'll do that for now. So I have these little stones. They are rose quartz stones. You can pass them out. If you're interested in helping us, you can hold out your hand and you'll each get one of those, okay? They are all hearts. That's the beauty of this. And if there's anybody that's thinking, gosh, I wish I was down here, come on down. So these rose quartz stones, what I want you to do with them right now, you have a special task that I need you to do. And what I need you to do is close your hands over the hearts, okay? And if you want to, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes because I think sometimes we imagine better when our eyes are closed. And I want you to imagine what you want Reverend Nathan to feel when he sees these hearts in his office after today. And it might be love, it might be joy. Do you have an idea? What would it be? Go ahead.
And also that everything that you have is everything that the song has.
Okay, all right. And also, you might want to wish for or hope for peace, because sometimes ministers need peace, right, ministers? So that's what you're going to do right now. In a moment, I'm going to have you put those in a jar. And the jar is going to be a reminder to Reverend Nathan that Fountain Street, that this community has loved him since the beginning, and that all of you have been a very important part of that blessing. So what I'm going to do is Miss Katie is going to, you're going to do it first. Okay, lovely. That's really great. I love it. Well, what I was going to invite you to do is when you drop it in, and you can do it later too, is that you say, maybe quietly, Reverend Nathan, will you always know when you look at this jar that you are loved, okay? So I'm going to let you put your hearts in there and you can think about that, okay? Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, thank you. Now what I want you to do, we have another thing we're going to do. I'm going to have you hold your arms up, kind of like here. Could you hold these things for a second? I'll show you. I want you to face Reverend Nathan and hold your arms up, kind of like a superhero, all right? And we're going to imagine that love can travel from your heart all the way through your arm, out of your hands, over to Reverend Nathan, okay? And I am now going to say a prayer for Reverend Nathan. Reverend Nathan, may you feel the love of these lovely arms of these beautiful children, and especially when you're looking at your jar of hearts that you'll have forever, to know that your ministry is wrapped in love, and that we'll pray that that love overflows to every person and creature you encounter in your ministry here. All right, so we'll give you this, and actually, I have more hearts. I'm going to invite people. I'm going to leave this up there, and the bag of hearts, and if you could come up after the service and do the same thing that the kids just did, and let's fill this jar with all of the things that we pray for him in this new ministry. All right, thank you so much. And you all are welcome to stay, or you can go up to the the fun area, whatever you do. Fun here or fun there. Thank you. I'm going to put those chance. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Will you all join me in the responsive reading? It's printed in your program. We'll be repeating words that have been reverberating here in this room for generations. The world desperately needs us. A faith and a church and a people committed to love, who hold the lives of others as priceless, who hold fast to them.
To be the place where everyone belongs, because everyone matters.
Our task in every situation is to assure that more loving kindness will occur than in any possible alternative. Everything else is irrelevant, incompetent, and immaterial. The church is our sanctuary, and we surround ourselves with the ways in which this capacity to love is found in the world.
We can see it in this room.
Look around. Look at all the symbols in this sanctuary. They show all the ways in which we, as religious liberals, have made real our capacity to love.
As we study the great systems of religion, underneath much that is crude and superstitious, we will find this one underlying purpose.
To bring the human into touch with the divine.
To bring humankind into harmony with God.
To somehow bridge the gulf that seems to separate the creature from the Creator.
Each of us may name that power differently.
For some, it is the pioneering human spirit which is carried forward from generation to generation.
For others, it's the eternal glory of God.
For still others, that ultimate power is both human and divine at once. Though the language of our answers may differ, perhaps having the same answer is not ultimately meaningful.
Perhaps what is ultimately meaningful is the quest.
So what is the church?
The church is there wherever individuals who are seeking God come together to share in this quest and their discoveries, to support and encourage one another.
The church exists wherever two or three are gathered together in this common quest and fellowship of sharing.
And the good church is one that appreciates these possibilities and seeks to grow in wisdom, in understanding, and in love.
Good afternoon. My name is Cindy Peck, Vice Chair of the Governing Board here at Fountain Street Church. Our tradition at Fountain Street Church is to take the world seriously. We believe that the measure of any community's spiritual life is the way it stands with those who are most vulnerable and how it organizes power on their behalf. Today, we welcome George Heartwell, a friend and colleague in the work of justice. Reverend Heartwell is an ordained minister in the United Church of Christ. He is also a former Grand Rapids City Commissioner who served as our city's mayor from 2004 to 2016, becoming the city's longest-serving modern-day mayor. Drawing on his background in urban ministry with people experiencing homelessness and in his later work with community leadership and sustainability, Reverend Heartwell led regional efforts for environmental justice and climate action, championed renewable energy and watershed protection, and has continued that justice-oriented work through roles with Grand Valley's State University's Sustainability Office and multiple environmental and public interest boards. Throughout his story, we see how solidarity, moral courage, and public theology can change lives and bend the arc of history toward compassion. Please join me in welcoming Reverend George Heartwell.
I haven't stood in a pulpit for 10 years. And in fact, this was the last pulpit I stood in. I promised myself that my preaching days were over. I've said no to any number of invitations since then. In part, it's because I've become a lazy old man. And preparing and delivering a homily is a lot of work. But the larger part of my reluctance to preach is rooted in my understanding of the hypocrisy that I bring to the pulpit. Maybe that's called wisdom. I don't know. Or maybe it just took me longer than it took Bob Dylan to be able to say, but I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. And then there came Nathan Dannison, a man I love, a man whose father was an important friend in my life, a man whose mother is dear to me, a man I walked with during his seminary years, a man I encouraged to seek the interim at Fountain Street Church, a man who I recommended to the search committee of Fountain Street Church. And then there's my love for you all, for Fountain Street Church, who you are, what you stand for, your deep, rich history, and the way you stood with me when I took controversial positions as mayor of Grand Rapids on immigration or race or in the environment or LGBTQ rights. I have so many friends here. So here I am, an old hypocrite, standing once again in front of Fountain Street Church. And let me offer this thesis, proposition, and bear with me to see where it goes and what it has to do with the Reverend Nathan Dannison and Fountain Street Church. The thesis is this: theology is contextual. It's not frozen in time. It is a living, breathing system of understanding the nature of the divine in the life of a people. For too long, religions and religious people have accepted the fixed nature of God, of Scripture, and of doctrine, starting with the conviction that God handed down the texts of the Pentateuch and the Gospels and the Quran intact, to the unshakable belief in the godliness of the patriarchs of the church who interpreted those scriptures and gave shape to an immutable set of doctrines to govern religious and secular life. Religious people have feared to question orthodoxy or have paid the consequences of doing so tied to a burning stake. We allow that the secular legal canon is not fixed in stone, but rather is subject to interpretation and amendment based on the context of an individual case or the changing mores of a society. I would guess that most of us subscribe to some brand of situational ethics that would recognize the need to think differently about things in different contexts. Why then should we think that our theology, that our religious beliefs, formed in an era where slavery was legal and women were not permitted to speak in public, should have standing today, validity today? Now, maybe we could argue that, and we should argue, that there are are universal ethics, universal truths, love and mercy and justice, and that they're as valid today as they ever were. But how could we not say that the context today requires a different application of those ethics of love, of mercy, of justice than it did 1,000 or more years ago? Religious perception evolves. Our understanding of the nature of the divine evolves. The God I prayed to as a child is not the same God that I walk with today in the woods of Newaygo County. Or maybe it is the same God, but my perceptions have, my comprehension of God has changed based on the events of my life, shaped by the state of our world today. It's evolved. Growing up in the Christian church, religious beliefs that I took for granted, today I question. And through my questioning, I've come to a very different and I hope more mature set of realizations. A theology that doesn't change is a dead theology. A God who can't speak to our times is no God. A set of doctrines that governed life thousands of years ago cannot be draped whole cloth over modern society. Nobody will ever accuse Fountain Street Church of accepting easy answers to hard questions. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Will never be sung from the pews of Fountain Street Church. You are a curious people. Curious, I mean that in the sense of continuous inquiry. You are a curious people, and you approach religious doctrine with a healthy skepticism and an open imagination. Now that means that some will say, some do say, that Fountain Streeters believe nothing, that they reject everything. But here's what you know and what I want to affirm for you today. Rejection doesn't lead inalterably to nihilism, but rather it opens opportunity for rediscovering, reimagining, reframing religion to meet the unique moment that we live in. I love to tell the story of my mother, a proper Southern Baptist lady raised in the Bible Belt of Alabama, well schooled in the doctrines of the evangelical Christian church, attending Fountain Street Baptist Church as a young woman, newly married after World War II, having been introduced after the service to the young pastor, Duncan Littlefair, as Doris Heartwell, a Southern Baptist. Mother loved to say, Duncan said, "My dear, you're not going to like it here." I agree. You see, Fountain Street Church even then was about testing the orthodoxy, the boundaries of orthodoxy, challenging the age-old perceptions, holding up the doctrines of the church and the circumstances of post-war American democracy, and allowing each to reform the other. A couple of weeks ago, Nathan said to me words at least to this effect: the histories of Fountain Street Church and Grand Rapids are integrally connected. Fountain Street Church is not today wait a minute, let me get this right, because I don't want to misquote you, even if it's parenthetically. Fountain Street Church is not what it would have been without Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids is not what it would have been without Fountain Street Church, and I agree with that. To tradition-bound Grand Rapids, Fountain Street Church brought intellectual honesty. To religiously buttoned-up Grand Rapids, Fountain Street Church brought openness and inquiry. The voice of the liberal, you proudly proclaimed yourself to a politically conservative community. And when Grand Rapids Community College bowed to the pressure of religious orthodoxy and canceled the performance of Corpus Christi, a play with a gay Jesus, Fountain Street Church opened up the doors, welcomed in the production company and the community that came to see it. To say that you haven't shaped this city would be a grave underestimation of the power of this congregation and the generations of prophets who stand where I stand now. And you have a new prophet. Well, not so new. He's been here for 2 years. But Nathan is a prophet. He's a prophet in the tradition of Amos, of Micah, of Hosea, of Isaiah, of Martin, of Jesse, and of Nelson, of Susan, Elizabeth, and Sojourner, of Harvey and Bayard, a prophet with a foot in the past, but leaning heavily into the future, seeing the world as it is, and preaching as if the better world were already forming. Prophets have always spoken from the midst of the people, on the battlefield where right and wrong contend, never locked away in towers of stone or ivory. Prophets feel the pain and the confusion of the people, and they bring into that place healing, clarifying, motivating power of God. Nathan is schooled in process theology, a system of thought that holds that religious understanding must constantly evolve. Indeed, it holds that God is an ever-evolving essence which interacts with our ever-changing reality to bring about the common good of love and mercy and justice. And isn't that the same ethical space that Fountain Street Church has occupied for 157 years? The prophetic space. You tell a story that describes a particular approach to progressive theological thinking. But even more so, you are a story that the world can tell to shape a progressive way of faithful living in our time. A story beyond ecumenism, beyond interfaith, a story about the intersection of faith and ethics. A prophetic story. Jeffrey Stout, writing in Democracy and Tradition, stated, and this could be carved above the altar here at Fountain Street Church. Stout said, ethical discourse in religiously plural modern democracies is secularized only in the sense that it does not take for granted a set of agreed upon assumptions about the nature of God. That's your story, a prophetic story. And no prophetic people can rest on its laurels. Prophetic people know that the world we see today is gone tomorrow. That the knowledge that guides us today could fail us tomorrow. So prophetic people must be curious people, must constantly test the waters, push the boundaries. Prophetic people live on the edge. And life on the edge requires courage and certainty. Not certainty of belief as much as certainty that the questioning is the object. And the goal of questioning is an ethically progressing world. A theologian I discovered late in life, but who has influenced me significantly, is Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, a French Jesuit scientist and theologian, who proposed in the wake of Darwin's writing that consciousness, like biological life, evolves. And that the purpose of the evolution of consciousness is the culmination of history in the unity of all things. The goal of all ethical thinking is progress. And a prophetic people will never be content clinging tightly to an ethic or a scriptural interpretation or a religious doctrine that worked for our grandparents. And you know what? To me, that progress is hope. In a moment of American democracy that is fueled by a religious orthodoxy that would take us back in time, progressive religious thinking as practiced at Fountain Street Church would move us ahead. Fountain Street Church and the Reverend Nathan Dannison are bound together by an unflagging hope that is inherent in progressive theology. Celebrate that hope and actualize it prophetically. Relish the curiosity that expands the boundaries of ethical thinking. Live with the tension that progress generates from orthodoxy. Love each other and support one another. Love your pastor and support him. And never fear the intellectual contest of progress with tradition. The world depends on you.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Dean, and I have the privilege of serving as the treasurer of the governing board for Fountain Street Church. Our sacred work is supported by philanthropy, talent, treasure, and time. And many thanks to all those who give their time to this congregation. Today, in honor of this installation, we invite you to support the formation of future leaders and the work of justice-centered ministry in our region. The offerings we receive today will be dedicated to support two important causes: the education of future progressive leaders in the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ, and the education of our children and youth through our Character School program here at Fountain Street. Through these efforts, we will ensure that our values of Fountain Street are sustained in the future and support professional development for progressive clergy leaders in our community. And your generosity helps support that no one is kept from being in the service of the community, answering a call to serve because of economic hardship. And communities like this will continue to stand for freedom, conscience, and common good. I would like to invite the ushers to come forward and thank you in advance for your generosity and giving as you are able.
I'm Reverend Jeffrey Dick, moderator of the Grand West Association of the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ. And on behalf of the association, I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ, the head of the church in heaven and on earth, and on this day of covenant and celebration.
And I am the Reverend Dr. Lawrence T. Richardson, the Associate Conference Minister for Church Vitality and Transitions in the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ. And on behalf of Conference Minister Reverend Dr. Lillian Daniel and Associate Conference Minister Cheryl Burke, I greet you with the peace of Christ and with our shared spirit of interfaith collegiality and joy.
We come today as partners and friends, honoring the historic ties between Fountain Street Church and the wider Free Church and congregational traditions, even as we rejoice in this congregation's interfaith, humanist, and non-creedal identity.
And we affirm that the work of ministry belongs to no one person alone, nor to one tradition alone, but to all who labor for justice, compassion, and truth. Today, we recognize and bless the relationship between Fountain Street Church and the Reverend Nathan Dannison as a shared vocation for the sake of the world. Guided by your conscience and collective wisdom, you have called Nathan S. Dannison to serve as your 12th senior minister.
You have listened to his voice, witnessed his work for justice, and shared in his leadership and care. The Grand West Association and the Michigan Conference of the United Church of Christ recognize and celebrate this covenant between congregation and minister.
And we have received and heard your request, and we rejoice in it. Nathan, we invite you to come forward as a sign of your acceptance to this call.
Hello, my name is Heather Palmer, and I'm joined by Lydia Stubbs. We serve as co-chairs of the historic Women's Association of Fountain Street Church, the oldest institution within this congregation. Friends, remember that Fountain Street is a free congregation. It binds no one to creeds, nor is it bound by any ecclesial authority, but it is rich in covenants.
Today, we name and bless a covenant between this people and this minister. A covenant grounded in freedom of conscience, mutual accountability, and shared responsibility for the life of this community and the wider world.
Nathan, you stand before this congregation, before your colleagues and companions in the work of justice, and before all those who have shaped your path. While Fountain Street requires no oath or belief, it does ask for clarity of commitment. Do you, in freedom with full awareness, accept the call of Fountain Street Church to serve as senior minister, promising to offer your best gifts of mind, heart, and spirit?
I do.
Do you promise to honor the diverse beliefs and unbeliefs within this community, to welcome people of every religion and of no religion, and to protect the freedom of conscience that is at the heart of this congregation?
I do.
Do you promise to speak the truth as you understand it, to listen deeply to those who differ, to continue your own learning, and to model humility, courage, and compassion in your public and private life?
I do.
Do you promise to stand with the vulnerable, to confront injustice, to speak truth to power even when your voice is shaken, and to align this ministry with movements for liberation, equity, and peace?
I do.
Will you care for this community with its questions and convictions, its wounds and its hopes, tending its rituals, its stories, its governance, and its common life with integrity and love?
I do. I will.
Take it.
Members and friends of Fountain Street Church, I am the Reverend Darrell Kistler, and I bring you greetings from your neighbors to the southeast, just 1 block away from the good people of First Park Congregational Church, United Church of Christ. I have learned over my 4 years of being senior minister at Park Church that our two congregations share a lot in common, and our ministries over the last 150 years have been interwoven. And we are so excited to celebrate this moment in time with you as you call as your next senior minister a son of Park Church. So members and friends of Fountain Street Church, you have a role in this covenant as well, and so I would invite you to stand in body or in spirit at this time. Fountain Street Church, this congregation is its own authority. You call your ministers, you shape your mission, you are the stewards of this free pulpit and this open door. And will you receive Nathan as your senior minister, not as one who believes for you, but as one who journeys with you, teaching, learning, organizing, and leading you as friend and partner? And will you share power and responsibility with him, offering your gifts, your feedback, your courage, and your creativity, so that this ministry belongs to the many and not to the few? And will you challenge him when needed? Let me repeat that. Will you challenge him when needed? Support him when burdened. That also needs some underlying. Support him when burdened, and grant him the same grace and humanity that you ask for yourselves. We will. And will you join him in the work of building a more just, compassionate, and beautiful world in Grand Rapids and beyond? We will. Good job, Fountain Street. You may be seated.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Amber Shaw, and I serve as the secretary of the governing board of Fountain Street Church. At this time, we invite representatives of the Grand West Association, community leaders, clergy, staff, and any who feel called to do so to come forward and join in a circle of blessing around Nathan. Others may extend a hand from where you are or simply hold this moment in your heart. Spirit of life and love, deep wisdom at the heart of the universe, or simply the call of our own best selves. Bless this covenant, bless this minister and this congregation. May Nathan's mind remain open, his heart both tender and strong, his courage steady and his joy resilient. May this community be a refuge for the weary, a school for the conscience, a workshop for justice, and a sanctuary for the arts of the spirit. When they disagree, let them disagree in relationship. When they fail, let them learn. When they succeed, let them share the credit. May their shared ministry serve not only their own good, but the common good of this city, this region, and this fragile earth. All that we hope, we now entrust to one another and to the unfolding future we create together. So may it be. Amen.
In the presence of this gathered community, recognizing the freedom and spirituality of Fountain Street Church, and honoring this historic covenant with the congregational tradition, I declare that Reverend Nathan S. Dannison is now installed as the 12th senior minister of Fountain Street Church. May your shared ministry be bold, tender, and transformative. God bless you.
Friends, thank you. You can be seated. You brave, beautiful, impossible church. We have a long, long way to go together. We know that only love will save the world, and so we will love the world together. And you and I have many journeys ahead of us. But what captivates me the most about this church is it is a place where I can bring my squirrely friends to come and play music together. And so I want to invite Megan Dooley to come and share some music and set things up. And we're going to make some music together and have a potluck. You can stay and listen. We'll probably play 6 or 7 or 8 songs together. You can clap, you can sing, and you can absolutely dance. That's why we have all of this beautiful space here. You are a treasure and a joy in my life. You have embraced my family with warmth and hospitality, and your commitment is showing this city and the rest of the world what a church can be together. God bless you, and thank you, Fountain Street Church, for being who you are. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy and honored to be here today. Thank you so much for having us. Please put your hands together one more time for Reverend Megan bassists, am I right? This is my friend Mark Duval up here, by the way. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, he definitely deserves the claps. Ready? You'll probably recognize this next one. Oh, all of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Oh, take my lips, I want to lose them. Oh, take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? Oh, you took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? All of me, why not take all of me? Oh, can't you see I'm no good without you? Oh, take my lips, I want to lose them. Oh, take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. Oh, how can I go on, dear, without you? Oh, you took the best, now why not take the rest? So why not take all of me, oh darling, please? So why not take all of me, oh darling, please? So why not take all of me? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Man, I think whistling in a church like this is probably my favorite sound ever. Like, wow. You can't beat those acoustics, man. Oh, thank you. I just need a little bit of water. I know you guys know this, so please sing along with me, please. when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Now, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. When the sky will look upon shall crumble and fall, and the mountains shall tumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed no tears, just as long as you stand by me. Now, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're alone, I want you to stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me, 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 stand by me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the light we'll see.
You guys did so good. That was beautiful. I admit, I only played that song because I wanted to hear what it would sound like with all of us singing it in here, and I was not disappointed. Okay, we're gonna play an original song for you guys. It's a song that I wrote for anybody who's going through kind of a rough time, which is like basically everybody now, right? So this song is for you guys, and for me too. It's for all of us. It's called Sunnyside.
Troubles go and bring you back to the place where your heart feels at home, 'cause you're not alone. Oh, here, take a rest. I bet your weary bones feel put to the test, and all you really need's a friend and no less than all of the best of my love.
take it from me. These trials mull the wine that's fine as can be. So here, have a seat next to me, and we'll have a drink. Oh, consequently, we build a richer life through adversity. And just a little strife can sweeten the tea. Just remember to breathe and just be here at ease. If you find you are thirsty, you may drink from my cup. And if you feel a bit hungry, there's always a chair you can come up. Oh, how do you do? I know you're feeling low. What can I do to make your troubles go and bring you back to the place where your heart feels at home? 'Cause you're not alone, 'cause you're not alone. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I think I heard a rumor that we got Who Hit John coming up next. Yeah, let's give it up for Who Hit John, y'all.
Where's that trumpet player?
Where is that trumpet player?
There he is. Get out of here, buddy. That was really pretty. This won't be. We'll do something else. We'll play a few more songs and then we're gonna have a potluck. Can we show some appreciation for Megan Dooley though? She's
All of us?
Carol said, oh, he's a violinist. You should play your violin in church. It'd be beautiful. Just play your violin in church. And I said, that's not going to happen. It's a terrible idea. I'll play my violin in church.
I just want to say that I'm very proud to be one of his squirrely friends since he was about 16 years old.
That's great. I've known these guys longer than I've known Jesus.
Wait, where do we want to go? Let's do it. How about you right here?
Start union made?
Yep.
All right.
Are we good?
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Well, there was a union man take a little tip from me. Break out of that mold. We've all been sold. We've got to fight in history. Fight for women's rights. We workers must unite. And like Mother Jones, you got to move that bone to the front of every fight. Well, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Good and let's sing together, boys. You can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union.
This is your call, right? Yeah. You weren't pressured into this.
No, he could have started. It'd be good. I'm gonna go. All right, be good. Here we go.
When you walk through the garden, you better watch your back. When I beg your pardon, walk the straight and narrow track. If you walk with Jesus, He's gonna save your soul. But you got to keep the devil way down in a hole. 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 Way down they'll shield you with their wings, and they'll keep you close to the Lord. Don't pay heed to temptation, for his hand is mighty cold. You gotta help me keep the devil way down in a hole. 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 You got to keep the devil way down in a hole. 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 You got to keep the devil way down in a hole. You got to keep the devil way down in a
We're going to do a song by David Rawlings that I love, and it's a good song for this church. Give me a moment. Yeah, there. Yeah, the words are in the program. Do sing along. Is it in two? Yeah, it's in two. You got that one? I tuned it, not the other one. I hear the crying of the hungry in the deserts where they're wandering. Hear them crying out for heaven's own benevolence upon them. Hear destructive powers prevailing. I hear fools falsely hailing to the crooked wits of tyrants when they call. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear the sounds of tearing pages in the roar of burning paper. All them crimes and acquisitions to the air and ash and vapor. And the rattle of the shackle far beyond emancipator. And the lowliest together in their stalls. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. So while you sit and whistle Dixie with your money and your power, I can hear the flowers growing in the rubble of the towers. I hear leaders quit their lying. I hear babies quit their crying. I hear soldiers quit their dying, one and all. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear those tender words from Zion. I hear Noah's waterfall. I hear the gentle lamb of Judah sleeping at the feet of Buddha. And the prophets from Elijah to the old Paiute Wavaka take their places at the table when they're gone. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. We're just going to do one or two more songs. I want Megan Dooley to come out and join us, though. I just wanted to have them do this song because it's one of my favorite songs. That's the whole reason.
How about you start?
Oh, yeah, sure. Song is a bit of a benediction, and then we're going to go ahead and eat. Before we do that, though, I want to thank absolutely everybody who participated in making this thing happen, to all the guest speakers and all the people who came out to show their support, from the United Church of Christ, from the Michigan Conference, the Grand West Association, of our partner churches who are here, from the clergy, from other traditions, from the guests, everybody, especially the committees also who helped make this happen. Thank you, and thank you to the musicians who are here, my mom for making me, all of these wonderful people. Thank you.
And this one will, you sing along if you know the words. We'll take it out to the streets with us.
Well, I'm gonna tell you fascists, you may be surprised. The people in this world are getting organized. You're bound to lose, you're fascists bound to lose. Now all you fascists bound to lose. Oh, all you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Race hatred cannot stop us. This thing we know. Though taxing your Jim Crow, your greed has got to go. You're bound to lose. Your fascists bound to lose.
All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. People of every color, marching side by side, marching across the fields where 1,000,000 fascists died. You're bound to lose, you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose, you fascists bound to lose.
I'm going into this battle and I'll take my Union gun. We'll end this world of slavery. Oh, before the battle's won, you're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Voices. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. We'll see you out there.
It's easy to do.